Hey everybody! Today we are going to talk about Christmas and how Christmas is usually celebrated in the US. Look here at the screen. So, in the US, Christmas happens on the 25th of December. So, that is the official Christmas day. And Christmas means different things for different people. For some people, Christmas is mainly a religious holiday. They celebrate the religious aspects of Christmas. They go to church, and that is, for some people, the main reason they celebrate Christmas. For others, Christmas is mainly about presents and spending time with family and putting up lights like we have here in this picture, and maybe depending upon which part of the US you live in, you can experience snow because Christmas is in the winter. And in some parts in the north of the United States, like New York, for example, usually snow comes down. And sometimes you can get a lot of snow during Christmas season. So snow is an aspect, and also it can be about putting up trees. This is a Christmas tree, and usually people will put up a Christmas tree in their house during Christmas. So for some people, it is mostly religious. Some people, it is mostly about presents and family and having fun and celebrating. And then for some people, it's a mixture. For some people, it is both religious as well as spending time with family and exchanging presents and putting up a tree, and they package it all together into one holiday. So, in this video, I'm going to talk about what Christmas is in the US, how it's usually celebrated, and talk a little bit about how my family celebrates Christmas. So let's talk about some of the typical traditions during Christmas. So everyone has slightly different traditions, but there are some core traditions that are pretty common across all families and all people in the United States. But there is differences between families. Some families do celebrate Christmas, some families don't celebrate Christmas, and their traditions can be different depending upon the family. And so if you look here at this photo, you have two people right here, and they're smiling at each other, and they have cards in their hands. And so I'm not sure if you can see it, but this card says Merry Christmas, this card says Happy Holidays. These are Christmas cards, and it's pretty common for some people to write Christmas cards and send them out to family and friends to say Merry Christmas. So that's the common tagline in the US, and I believe in other parts, is to say Merry Christmas. And so exchanging cards for the holiday is pretty common. For my family, we don't make Christmas cards and send them out. We don't do that, but we do receive Christmas cards during Christmas. The second tradition, and is very common, is a Christmas tree. So you see these trees, here's one part of it, there's a tree back here. These Christmas trees are usually put up about a month, 1 month before Christmas, and they're usually put up around Thanksgiving time or shortly afterwards. Some people put up their Christmas tree as early as after Halloween. And so Halloween is on October 31st. Thanksgiving is usually towards the end of November. It's the fourth Thursday of November every year. And so, right around those times, people put up their Christmas trees, and they decorate the Christmas tree with lights. It is, in my family, it is a tradition to put up the Christmas tree and decorate it with pictures, with lights, and put a star on the top. My daughter likes to put the star on the top. I pick her up and she puts the star on the top. It's very cute. It's a tradition that we do every year. Now, look over here. I have missed a big part of Christmas. A big part of Christmas is Santa, Santa Claus. Every year, my daughter gets very excited to see Santa Claus. We go to the mall, we go to events around town, and we take pictures with Santa. She also gets very excited for Santa to bring her presents. So my daughter gets presents from us, her parents, family, friends. They give her presents for Christmas. She also gets presents from Santa Claus. Children love Santa Claus in the US, and Santa is a big part of Christmas. Here, a common tradition is to celebrate Christmas with family or friends. Usually, people celebrate Christmas with their close friends or close family members. Some people celebrate Christmas alone, and that's okay. That's how they like to celebrate Christmas. Some people celebrate it with their families as well. When they celebrate with their family or their friends, usually they cook Christmas dinner. And Christmas dinner usually depends on where you are at in the US, but you can find things like turkey, ham, macaroni and cheese, mashed potatoes, stuffing, or cakes and desserts, things like that at Christmas dinner. So, back to children during Christmas time. Children are usually very excited for Santa to come and bring presents. And my daughter gets very excited for Santa to come. And so, usually, the morning of Christmas, Christmas is on the 25th, the morning of, Santa comes. That's the tradition that Santa comes and drops off presents for the children in the house. And so this child is very happy to receive a gift. This gift can be from a family member, it can also be from Santa. In my house, what we do is the day before or the night before, on the 24th, that night, my daughter opens up presents from family and friends. And then on the 25th, the morning of, she opens up presents from Santa. And that is our tradition. And usually on Christmas Day, people don't work. They do not go to work. I don't go to work. My wife doesn't go to work. We don't work. We sit in the house and we celebrate Christmas together. And it's a day off for most people. Some people do work, but most people don't work on Christmas. So that is a little bit about Christmas in the United States and a little bit about how myself and my family celebrate Christmas every year. I hope you enjoyed this video and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.